influence here. Today I got the Legacy United Tidal Wave Titan class. This is Armada, and we're gonna get to it. It's not much to say. It's I actually like the figure. I don't have much of a connection to it, so I can't speak on the accuracy. It is a little smaller than I thought it would be, but it's still huge.
Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe. I appreciate the views, influences, interest on YouTube.
So I'm not in my usual review space, of course, because this guy is massive and I like having more room. So I'm probably gonna start doing bigger bots over here. And it's harder to do with the lighting and stuff. I have to you know, try to get my lighting together, but bear with me if it's not as up to par as it should be. Out the box, there's no real accessories except for all of these things. These things on him, these four, and there's 2 on his back. No, 4 on his back that you have to stick in yourself, and that's pretty much it. He has like some guns right here in his weird looking hands, and I mean, these things could move like this and they move like this. We'll get into that more, you know, once we get into transformation and the robot and things. Also, I'm not doing the combine mode with Megatron, Armada Megatron, because I don't have Armada Megatron for one, but I will show the parts because there is other stuff you can do with it, which is kind of cool that they included that. So, and I guess the box is the only other accessory. Giant box, probably the same size as all the other Titans. So it is a big box, but not necessarily as big a bot as all the other Titans. So let's keep it moving. While I'm talking about the size, let me do some comparisons and you'll see what I mean. I think this is Earth Eyes. Scorponok. Come on, man. Stay right. So you can see how much bigger he is, Scorponok that is, than Tidal Wave. And you can be the judge. I don't know if that's correct or if he should have a little more height on him. Let me know in the comments. So let's go over articulation. Well, I'll show his face up close. Here's his head up close, his face, his eyes. You can't really see his eyes. There you go. They're like yellow painted, but they're underneath the bridge of his forehead. So it's you gotta kind of angle it up to see. Even when it's sitting on the shelf, if it's not eye level, you can't see his eyes. Articulation wise, his head does not go, oh wait, it does go up. Goes up like that a good bit, and it's on ratchets too to go up, so that's cool. Goes up like that. Doesn't well, I guess it goes, does it go down a little bit? No, that's normal, but I do like it up a little more. So you got his head that goes up on those ratchet joints, and he spins 360. Doesn't do much else. He has shoulder joint that's built into this piece. When you first get this guy, I started to say it, but you gotta put his arms on and the bottom of his legs on, and in addition to these parts that I said earlier. So you see how far his shoulder gets up. I don't know if this goes. Oh yeah, so you can use that and get you the full range. So that's cool. It's not just that shoulder. He can go all the way around on super strong ratchets that don't sound, I mean, they sound good, but I don't know, it's weird feeling. You got a ratchet in his elbow that he can get more than 90 degrees. Fingers that's not individually articulated. They kind of, this hand goes out like that for transformation purposes, but he has, I'm just gonna move it out so you can see the little gun he has in the middle of his fingers, and his thumb right here. He has like a big giant thumb that bends in, and his fingers are all on the same pin, so they all bend in as well. And there's nothing really you can do with his hands. Oh, I guess you can move his hand like this, his fingers. I don't know why, but yeah, there's not much. Okay, so you can move his thumb too, like this, around. Waist joint, let me see. He has skirts that you can get up a little bit in the front. In the back you can get them all the way up. So let me see if that helps with his waist. Yeah, so you can get a waist joint if you get this skirt up like that. Doesn't go all the way. Oh, well, I guess you can kind of get it to go all the way. No ab crunch, of course not. Let's get these arms out the way. Legs on, feel like soft ratchets, but they seem to work. He seems to be fine with those soft ratchets, and he can do the splits. And back is far, but front doesn't get as far. I think it's enough. What kind of pose are you getting in him? Knees, 90 degrees. Feet have a rocker, about that much. Pretty good. And heel spur goes down and up. Toe goes down. Oh, almost dropped him. And up. He's definitely not as heavy as the other Titans either. So there's that. So let's get the pieces out for a combination. But like I said, I'm not combining them because I don't have them. But I'll show you what you can do. You pull this out of here and pull that out on both sides. Pull that out on both sides. Then in the back, he got this little thing right here that you can pull out. Put that to the side. Now on his legs, you're gonna pull these open and get these little things in here out. Put them to the side. Close these up, and you want to take these off on the side here. You can see that. Let me move it back a little bit. On both sides, it's this thing right here. Take that off on either side. Now you got these things right here, this pile of mess. So you want to take these, put these together like this. Take these things, put them up here, like this. I think I put them backwards. Yeah, put these like this. Yeah. It's a little tricky. It looks different, but you want this piece like that. So now you got these, and you want to move this thing up here like this. And you're trying to get this little peg in there. So move that like that. And move this in here just like that. So it's like that. Getting over here. Move this up and in. Move this around. Not hard at all. Then put these two parts together like this. Then you got this. which is kind of easy to see what you do. Move this out like that, move this out like that, and good to go. Now you have 3 miniature versions of his separated pieces. So they're little aircraft carrier. Has a little deck bridge right there on the side. You got this little thing right here. Got the guns that move. It's part of the guns. These are the guns that you put in. No, you put these 2 in. These came in, and they don't move. Just these back here. Little symbol right there. And you got this thing, which I don't know what this would be called. Maybe it's a jet, or I think they're all sea vehicles. So this is just a sea vehicle with wings. Maybe it can fly. Like I said, I don't know the lore too much, but you see that. And these are the parts that go on right Megatron. You can just leave off everything except this. You can put these back in to the Titan, but these you can leave off for his base mode. So we can get into his base mode now. So let's lay this guy down for base mode. Lay him down, lay him down. Put the heel down, put this piece down over top, heel down, this piece down, flip these out, and 3 pegs. Peg on right here. 3 pegs. Peg. Oh, his foot wasn't all the way down. If it's not all the way down, this is not going to fit like it should. So now you take his arm, rotate this part like this. Then you can move it back like that. Same thing over here. Rotate his arm like that and move it back like this. Y'all know base modes are just them laying on their side, on their back, really. And with this, oh wait, I ain't move it all the way because you gotta bend his elbows at 90. So over here too. So you just bend it so you can bend his elbow at 90 degrees. These little things would be in the inside. Now you spread his legs out. I know there's a joke somewhere, but try to get it straight. There we go. And then there's an extra hinge on his legs right here. You can bend like that. Bend it like that. So now you want to rotate his head so it's back. There's a hole right here that you're going to need in a minute. You want to pull this whole thing up. It's this whole chest piece and skirt. And it's on a rotating hinge. Rotate that down, and then there's a peg right here that's going to peg into there. So that's how you get it. You fold this like this and peg this into here. See if I can get it. It's angled, so it's supposed to be angled like this. You can move these up if you want. So these turrets, they tell you to take off. You could probably leave them on here if you like, but just to be official, take these off and you put them right here. There's holes for the knees. And there's holes right here. There's actually holes over here. There's holes back here. So I think you could play around with this, but for the sake of the directions, put it that way. Now you want to take this thing and put it back into how it was when it came out his back. And there's a peg here that hold the bottom or it'll fall, but you can put this right here on this peg hole. There's a peg hole in here. So you have it like that. And you got these right here. You want to split them. There's one with a little thing sticking up. That'll plug in right under here somewhere. I ain't even had to look. I got it. And this one, you want to put this port out right here. Oh, you couldn't even see that. It's a port right here that you can move out and plug this into this gun right here that's next to the thumb. You bring this in, separate it. There's where's the port at? There's a port or a peg on both sides. Yeah, here we go. Peg on both sides. And you want to, where you want to put these at? You want to put these on the side here. Wait, I think it's this way. Where's the port at? Here we go. Just scoop these wings like this and move these ports out. And there's a port hole next to the wheel over here. Plug that into there the best you can. It's tight. Super tight. There we go. It's tight, little tight fit. Over here as well. Where are we at? Here we go. And it's pretty big. I can't even get it in the shot like I want it. Let me lift it up so you guys can see. Here we go. Handheld. Please excuse the handheld. Can't zoom in with the lens I got on, but we can get the different positions. There we go. And do we have anything? Let me have an Insecticon over here so you can see. That's how big it looks. Definitely not, I don't think. And so now you want to take everything off of him that you had on him. These things right here. This thing right here. This thing right here. Even these turrets. You can just take off, put them back on later. And to start this, you can move these legs back in order where it goes, but then you can pop these off. They actually come off on this joint right here where you had to put them on when you first got it. And I like that it comes out this way, that way, so it's easier. So now we're working with these. So let's open these up, both sides. It's tabbed in right there too, but it doesn't really matter. Just put this leg in, put this section in. So then you want to bring these and replace them where they go, which is under here. And you can tell which is which because there's a peg this way and a peg this way. And here it's the same, peg that way, peg this way. And move this too a little bit. Oh man, gotta get my feet in. There we go, just like that. Same over here. Which way we going? We're going. Which way we going? We going this way. There we go. And you just put these two things together. They go together okay. They don't feel like the strongest connection. And then you flip these wings up And there you go. You got this thing. And it has wheels, which is nice. It does roll. Make sure these are down. Does roll. So throw that to the side. Then you got this piece. What you do is just take his arms off. They're pretty tight. So be careful. Tight. Put these posts up. Straighten the arms out. You want to move this. It's very intuitive. See details right there. Then of course you bring this in. I don't know if this is the right one. You basically fold this back up like it was before. Move. Did I have the post out? Did the post move in already? Oh, I think it did. So I'm not sure if this is the one. Yeah, it looks like it. So then you slide that in there. Wait, wrong one. So that's why I was thinking of the post. You get the post here, you got to put in, move this back around and move this back down like that. Now it should be able to slide in where you need it. There we go. And if it doesn't fit, it's because this gun is up there like that. So just move that out the way and you can move it back where you need it. And there you go. Do the same thing over here. Move this to the details are lined up. Already did this. It's very intuitive and it's not hard. Here's this thing. I didn't realize this came off, I don't think. So you can take that off if you don't like it on the arm. Why it's a robot. Then what you do, put these together. There's a series of pegs and clips. Then you have this here. There's here the bridge right here. You flip this up. And you flip this up over here to give it a little bit better styling. And there you go. You have the aircraft carrier. This also has wheels on the bottom. Plastic wheels, but they do roll. And roll rather well. Not too bad. So then the last section. You want to take this out of his head and just leave it like that. You rotate his head around. Then move these around like this. Move these around like this. Move his legs all the way up, or the leg stumps, I guess, all the way up here like this into there like that. And then you move this down. You don't spin it around, you just keep moving it. You keep it where it is and you move it down. It has peg holes and it pegs in. Now you can bring your turrets back and replace them where they go originally on the robot. And this thing just stores back into the back, I guess. Stores back under, it's underneath now. And he has wheels also, and he rolls. And here you go, the three parts of his separated figure. Playability, you have the turrets that go up or down, turrets. These move as well, so you can move these out if you want. They look like missile bays or pods or something. This doesn't, I mean, it rolls like I said, but it doesn't do much. This one doesn't do much either. But what you can do, you can also say you want to take these turrets off and you want to put them up here or something. So you can do that as well. You can also, another playability, you can take these off if you want, but it's going to look bare. But back here, the things you put on, they're just on ports too. So you can take them off and put them over here if you want and give some extra guns to this. I think that's cool. because you know you don't see this. So I wish they would have just gave like extra guns, extra especially for the price. I wish they just would have gave us some extras. Just threw in a couple, maybe extra turrets. I can't speak. I can't say that word today. But maybe extra some of these, the smaller ones, so you can put them, because you can put them over here too. There's 4, and you can use other people's guns or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it for these modes. The last part is the combine mode of this. Take this, move this back out, and move this down on this hinge right here. Move this up first. I forgot about that. Just this piece, because then you can move this down. Because if not, it hits. And you won't move it all the way down. Make sure this is 90 degrees right here. And then you can move this down, but you don't want to move it all the way down. His head stays the same, but this piece right here is going to plug into the back of this, as you can see. And there's a tab here that tabs in the sides. That's why I didn't want you to put it all the way in. Do that. That's a tight connection. Makes me kind of scared. And this one is tight too. Both tight connections. You can move this back down on top of there. So then you want to turn this around just to make it a little easier to see. And you're going to work with this. Separate this, which isn't together that good. Now, this part right here, there's a notch here, a little piece that goes into a little hole, notch hole right there. And then there's this tab that's going to tab into the, or these 2 clips that's going to grab various tabs. Tab here, tab here. So, let's do it. Wait, there's actually a clip. There's not a tab, but there's a tab here. What I say, a clip? Not a clip, a tab. So you put it there, and then there's a tab right here on the side that it goes into. And then there's a port up here also. So there's a couple pieces. You got that. Same thing over here. This tab doesn't really, I don't think it really goes in. Maybe I don't have that right, because I got to move it back a little bit in order for it to clip on. Yeah, maybe I don't have that right. I don't know. I can't remember. I think you put these wings down. But yeah, this is the combined alt mode. And I actually really like this. I'm a sucker for like boats and aircraft carriers and stuff like that. And this looks like what I would want, like a big aircraft carrier. Still not really in scale. Secticon coming in again. So you can see he's not fitting in the bridge or nothing. But I like I said, I like the way it looks. And all the pieces have wheels on them, so the whole thing rolls and rolls rather well. Well, the stuff isn't too bad. I thought it was gonna fall apart, but it's not. It's not too bad. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, this is probably my favorite mode, but he has a lot of playability, a lot of stuff you can do. The only thing, like I said, I'm not connected to it, so I can't really speak on if it's exactly what it should be. I do like the robot mode besides his weird hands, but that may be right too. The only issues I see is the size. Like maybe it's too small for people. I don't know though. I'm not sure how he scales with, say, a city bot or whatever. I know he was a Titan, but maybe he's a little smaller than the city bots. Also, what else? I guess that's it. I wish I knew more of the lore so I could speak on stuff better. However, I do like this. So that's it. Thank you for joining me, and I'll get up with you in another video.
You know, life ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.